This is Onigato with Oni in the Garden, for Oni in the Garden, whatever. And we're going to start in the back garden on the pots again. So, either gravity or a little somebody pulled up my radish. Yeah, not overly surprised. I don't think I actually got any seeds out of it, so. We are in central Texas, and so as a result, we have gotten, bucos rain the last week and a half or so. And it's been very good for the garden in front. The pots don't seem to mind too much, but some of the stuff back here just didn't like it too much. Now, one thing that we do have that's new, we have a bok choy. I believe I mentioned this last week. And a celery. Same basic principles there. We'll cut most of the plant off, eat it, and the base goes into the pot. As you can see, it does seem to be growing pretty well. Potato, not as beautiful as it was when it very first started coming up, but it's in a lot better condition than it was a couple of weeks ago. And that is a snail. No snails in my garden. Goodbye, snail. The cantaloupe, or honeydew, I can't be sure which, is not doing super well. I think it might have gotten a little overhydrated. The beans, well, we've lost one of the plants entirely. Not much we can do about that right now. And the other plants are getting snailed to death. All this rain has gotten snails coming out all over the place. So, yeah, not good. The lamb's ear is completely gone. I guess it just kind of dissolved. But that's not the really bad news back here. The compost bin, I'm not even going to open it. It's disgusting. It flooded badly inside the compost bin. And then it did flood back here in the garden itself. We didn't have standing water for too very long, only about a day. But, is it raining again? It might be. But you can kind of see what's happened back here. We've got chloration badly on some of the beans. The tomatoes have just been devastated. The one in front isn't doing too badly, but it isn't looking good. One in back, basically drowned. Bell peppers, 1 and 2. Not looking too good. Tomato 3, basically dead. Tomato 4, surprisingly recovering. I might move that one up front. Probably not. And over here, I don't know if it's because of the rain bouncing soil back up onto the leaves or what. But the leaves are just literally dissolving. This isn't something eating the leaf. This is something just, they're dissolving. So I don't know exactly what's going on here, but it's not good for this entire section. I do, however, still have a few beans that are formed. I want to let these grow to maturity because I do want another snail. I do want seed off of those because I like these bush beans. They were very tasty, but I do want them to grow to maturity if they can. These are supposed to be cucumbers. I get the sneaking suspicion now that I'm not going to get any cucumbers off of that. I do have seed for it though, so there's that. But yeah, back garden. Well, garden against the fence. Pretty well devastated. I mean, just completely gone almost. Not likely to survive another month or two. And honestly, I think I'm just going to basically abandon it at this point. Harvest what I can off of it and just call it there. So, but now to the front yard. Alright. Front yard, on the other hand, as opposed to the backyard, is doing pretty well. I do see some snails that I'm going to have to go through and clean out, but that's, that's a lot of rain and therefore snails. This tomato, I saw lots of flowers. There's some flowers there. And there's flowers over here. Flowers up there. And I think at least some of these look like they kind of like these. Some of these might have gotten pollinated. Of course, tomatoes are supposed to be self-pollinating, so there's that. Oh, it's just a leaf. Okay. As you can kind of see, looking through here, pretty sure this is a cantaloupe, has decided that it is going to leave the bed. Hey, shoo, mosquitoes. And is basically growing out. I think what I want to do is I want to try to train it back around and behind and take that out completely. But I may not. I may just leave it where it lays. And we can mow around it. We did get, a couple of days ago, good harvest off of the mustard greens. You can see a lot of what looks like damage through here is just us harvesting. So that's all good. Looks like the rain did something for the lettuces, and several of them are now coming up. I don't see any sign of that strawberry put down there. I'm not overly surprised by that. Either it won't come up at all, or it's just going to take forever. And Zika mosquito, go away. Well, squished. Okay. So that's front bed number 1. Doing quite well. Front bed number 2. We got sunflowers. Pretty, pretty sunflowers. Actually got a third one right there. Hopefully that one survives. The one that got childed, you can see the cut right there, or the break, now seems to be forming a secondary head, which is good. We had some nasty weather, pretty heavy rain and such, and this particular plant was falling over on its side. So I picked it up, and in attempting to set it someplace where it could work, I bent the stalk. Didn't break it off though, so there's a chance it'll survive. If not, it'll probably just grow around like the other one did. Oh, would you look at that? Little tiny one just started forming there. So that's kind of nice. I'll have sunflowers. Yay. Okay, and then some sunflower seeds. Ow. The bell pepper. I'm not seeing anything that looks distinctly like a flower. I may need to add some more of the fertilizer to aid flowering and fruiting, which wouldn't be a bad idea to put it down anyways. And this pepper, snail, this pepper here is doing quite well. You can just see several fruit are very, very ripe. I Oh, that one is okay. That one is definitely done. And I got mosquitoes all over me. That's no fun. Stay up. Because I can feel there's not much body to that left. So that's done. Oh, these are going to be interesting. These are going to be interesting. This is the pod feels almost dried as it sits here in my hand. So this one's been sitting a little too long. But it feels kind of like the chili poppers, the chili pods that you get in a like a Thai dish. So I will bet you these are in the same general family. And that is just going to be spectacular. So I think we can safely say the front beds aren't doing badly. And they aren't doing spectacularly in everything that I'd like. After all, I'd like to have gotten some little gem lettuces, but the other type of lettuces will work. And the mustard greens were good in that salad we had. So that's it. That's where we sit now.